Reinforcements have
Yes, sir,
arrived.
at once.
Waiting order. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, affirmative.
Construction options.
Yes, sir, affirmative.
Building. On hold.
Ready and waiting. Very well.
Building.
Awaiting orders. At once. Reporting.
Construction
At once.
complete. New construction options.
Acknowledged.
Building.
Affirmative. Agreed. Agreed. At once. Agreed. Very well. Agreed. Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Very well. Reporting. Very well. Agreed. Very well. At once. Affirmative. 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 At once. Affirmative. 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 Reporting. Agreed.
Construction
Affirmative.
complete. New construction options.
Yes, sir.
Building.
Very well. Affirmative. 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 At once. Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Agreed. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Very well. Affirmative.
A-bomb launch detected.
Affirmative. Very well. Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Unit lost.
Affirmative.
Construction
Yes, sir.
complete.
Affirmative.
Unit
Yes, sir.
lost.
Agreed.
Unit lost. New construction
Comrade.
options.
Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Building. Building. Our base is under attack. Insufficient funds. Repairing. Unit
Awaiting
ready.
orders.
Building.
Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Repairing. Construction complete. New construction options. Building. On hold. Cancelled. Building. Repairing. Construction complete. Building.
Comrade. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Insufficient funds.
Reporting. Acknowledged.
Construction complete. Unit ready. Building.
Yes, sir.
New construction
Acknowledged.
options. Our base is under attack.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Repairing.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Unit lost. Our base is under attack. Low power.
Ready and waiting. At once.
Unit lost. Structure sold.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Lost.
At once.
Unit lost. Our base is under attack. Unit
Affirmative.
ready.
Acknowledged.
Building.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Building. Insufficient funds.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Construction
Affirmative.
complete.
Acknowledged.
Building. Unit ready. Building.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Construction complete. Building. Repairing. Our base is
Reporting.
under attack.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Waiting. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Acknowledged.
Building.
Affirmative.
Acknowledged.
Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Our base is under
Affirmative.
attack.
Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Acknowledged.
Construction
Yes, sir.
complete.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Building.
Comrade, acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Insufficient
Acknowledged.
funds.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
Repairing. Unit ready. Building. Construction complete. Building. On hold. Cancelled. A-bomb launch
Yes,
detected.
sir. Acknowledged.
Building.
Reporting. Affirmative. Reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Construction complete.
Acknowledged.
Unit
Acknowledged.
ready. Unit ready.
Comrade,
Our
affirmative.
base is under attack.
Acknowledged.
Building.
Acknowledged.
Reinforcements have arrived.
Yes, sir.
Comrade, affirmative. Affirmative.
Construction options.
Acknowledged. Very well.
Building. Construction complete. New construction options. Building.
Reporting. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Very well. At once. Very well. At once. Agreed. Affirmative. Agreed. Agreed. At once. Agreed. Very well. Agreed. Agreed. Affirmative. At once. Very well. Very well. Very well. Agreed. Very well.
Construction complete. New construction options. Building.
Waiting orders. At once. Affirmative. Affirmative. At once. Affirmative. Affirmative. Very well. Agreed. Agreed. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Very well. Affirmative. 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 Affirmative.
Construction
At once.
complete. A-bomb launch detected. New construction options. Building. Building. Construction complete. Building.
Reporting. Affirmative. At once.
Our
Of
base
course.
is under attack.
Of course. At once.
Insufficient funds.
Affirmative.
Comrade. Yes, sir. Comrade.
Unit ready. Building.
Reporting. Very well.
Repairing. Repairing. Construction complete. Building. Unit ready. Building.
Yes, sir. At once.
Construction complete. New construction options. Building. On hold. Cancelled. Insufficient funds. Building.
Reporting. Affirmative. Very well. Affirmative. At once. Very well. Affirmative. At once. Affirmative. Affirmative. Agreed. Reporting. Very well.
Unit
Affirmative.
lost.
At once.
Unit lost.
Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Very well. At once. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Affirmative.
Building.
At once. Ready and waiting.
Affirmative.
Lost.
Acknowledged.
Construction complete. New construction options. Building. On hold. Cancelled. Building. Insufficient funds. Construction complete. Building. On hold. Cancelled. Building. Unit ready. Building.
Affirmative.
Vehicle reformative.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Construction complete. New construction options. Building.
Waiting order. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Our base is
Vehicle
under
report.
attack.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Awaiting
Building.
orders.
Unit
Acknowledged.
lost. Construction complete.
Affirmative.
Building. Insufficient funds.
Waiting order. Acknowledged.
Spy plane ready. Unit ready. Building. Construction complete. Building. Unit ready.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Training. A-bomb launch detected.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative.
Our base is under
Affirmative.
attack.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Unit
Acknowledged.
ready.
Affirmative.
Construction complete.
Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Unit lost. Unit ready.
Acknowledged.
Building.
Yes, sir. Agreed. Very well. Affirmative.
Spy plane ready. Unit lost. Building.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Unit
Affirmative.
ready.
Reporting.
Building.
well.
Insufficient funds. Select target.
Yes, sir. Agreed. Very well. Very well. Of course. Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Very well.
Unit ready. Building. Training. Spy plane ready. Select target. Unit lost. Construction complete. Unit ready. Building. Base is under
Report
attack.
acknowledged.
Insufficient funds.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Unit ready. Building.
Yes, sir.
Construction complete. Building.
Acknowledged.
Our base is under attack.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Construction complete. Unit ready. Building. Construction complete. Building. Building. Spy plane ready. Construction complete. Unit ready.
Yes,
Base
sir.
is under
Affirmative.
attack. Building.
Waiting order. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Prepare. A-bomb launch detected.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged,
Yes,
sir.
Insufficient funds.
Acknowledged. Reporting. Affirmative.
Yes, sir.
Preparing.
Yes, sir.
Our
Acknowledged.
base is under attack.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Spy plane ready. Preparing. Unit ready. Building.
Acknowledged. Reporting. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Under attack.
Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Acknowledged.
Lost.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Unit lost. Construction.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Repairing. Unit ready. Building.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Our base is under
Acknowledged.
attack.
Affirmative.
Building. Unit ready.
Reporting.
Insufficient funds. Spy plane ready. Select target.
Reporting.
Construction complete. Building. Unit ready. Repairing. Repairing. Our base
Waiting
is under attack.
affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Construction complete.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Acknowledged.
Building. Repairing. Repairing.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Base is under attack.
Acknowledged.
Spy plane ready. Select target. Repairing. Unit ready. Building. Insufficient funds.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Affirmative.
Waiting order. Acknowledged.
Aim launch detected. Unit ready. Building. Repairing. Repairing. Building. On hold. Cancel.
Yes, sir.
Building. Unit ready.
Affirmative. 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 Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Comrade, acknowledged.
Spy plane ready. Select target.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Reporting. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Construction complete.
Affirmative.
Unit ready. Building. Our base is under attack. Insufficient
Yes,
funds.
sir. Comrade, acknowledged.
New construction options. Unit ready.
Yeah,
Building.
okay.
Yes, sir.
Unit
Affirmative.
lost. Building.
Yes, sir.
Waiting order. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit lost. Our
Comrade,
base is under
affirmative.
attack.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Waiting order. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Reporting. Affirmative.
Repairing. Repairing. Repairing.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Our base is under attack.
Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Construction complete. Unit ready. Building. Building.
Reporting. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Unit ready. Building. Repairing. Insufficient funds. Our base is
Yes,
under
sir.
attack.
Affirmative.
Construction complete.
Affirmative.
Repair.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit ready. Building. New construction options.
Reporting.
Building.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
A-bomb launch
Affirmative.
detected.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Waiting order. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Waiting order. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Acknowledged. Waiting order. Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Waiting order. Affirmative.
Spy plane.
Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Lost.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Lost.
Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Ready and waiting.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Select target.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Insufficient
Affirmative.
funds.
Awaiting orders.
Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Lost.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Spy plane ready.
Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit
Vehicle
ready.
reporting.
Our base is under attack. Building.
Affirmative.
Construction complete. Unit ready. Building.
Awaiting orders. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Unit ready. Building.
Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Bomb
Acknowledged.
launch detected.
Reporting.
Unit lost. Insufficient funds.
Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit
Acknowledged. Reporting. Acknowledged. Reporting. Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Affirmative. Orders.
Unit lost.
Reporting. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Unit lost. Select target. Silos needed. Building.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Unit ready. Building. Objective met.
Waiting order. Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Acknowledged.
Insufficient funds.
Affirmative. Reporting. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Vehicle reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Our base is under
Yes, sir.
attack. Spy plane ready.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Awaiting orders.
Unit ready.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Silos.
Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged. Reporting. Acknowledged.
Unit lost. Our base is under attack. Unit lost.
Yes, sir.
Unit ready.
Affirmative.
Building.
Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Select target. Unit lost.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Reporting.
Unit ready. Building.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Insufficient
Acknowledged.
funds.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. 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 Affirmative.
Ready. Our base is under attack.
Affirmative.
Building. Spy plane ready. Unit ready.
Acknowledged.
Building.
Order. Acknowledged. Comrade. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Comrade. Acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Acknowledged.
Building.
Affirmative.
Insufficient
Affirmative.
funds.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Spy plane
Acknowledged.
ready.
Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Unit
Acknowledged.
lost.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Comrade.
Unit
Yes,
lost.
sir. Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Acknowledged.
Building.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Report. Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Acknowledged.
Our base is under
Affirmative.
attack.
Acknowledged.
Unit ready. Building.
Waiting
Unit
orders.
lost.
Yes, sir.
Unit
Yes,
lost.
sir. Affirmative.
Select target.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Waiting. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Waiting order. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Affirmative.
Building.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Insufficient funds. Unit ready.
Yes, sir.
Building.
Acknowledged. Reporting. Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Acknowledged. Yes, sir.
Building.
Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Ready and wait, sir. Very well. At once. Yes, sir.
Unit lost.
Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Spy plane ready.
Reporting. Acknowledged. 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 Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Ready and waiting.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Ready and
Select
waiting.
target. Unit lost.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative. Vehicle reporting.
Insufficient
Yes, sir.
funds.
Acknowledged.
Unit
Yes, sir.
ready.
Acknowledged.
Building.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Vehicle report. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Building.
Acknowledged. Awaiting orders. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Awaiting orders. Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Affirmative.
Building.
Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Spy plane
Affirmative.
ready.
Vehicle report. Acknowledged.
Select target.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Reporting. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Reporting. Affirmative.
Structure sold.
Yes, sir. Very well. Acknowledged. At once.
Unit ready. Building.
Yes, sir. Agreed.
Insufficient funds. Structure sold.
Yes, sir. At once.
Unit ready. Building. Repairing. Repairing. Repairing.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Spy plane ready.
Affirmative. At once.
Select target. Unit ready. Building.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Yes, sir.
Building.
Acknowledged. Reporting. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Very well.
Unit ready. Building. Training.
Waiting
Insufficient
orders.
funds. Spy plane ready.
Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Vehicle
Training.
reporting. Reporting. Affirmative.
Unit
One.
ready.
Affirmative.
Yes,
Sorry,
sir.
affirmative. Vehicle
Unit
reporting.
ready.
Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Very well. Very well. Reporting. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Affirmative. At once. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Very well. Affirmative. At once. Reporting.
Unit lost.
Yes, sir. At once. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. At once.
Lost.
Affirmative. Very well. Yes, sir.
Unit lost.
Very well. Very well.
Lost.
Reporting. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. At once.
Unit ready.
Affirmative.
Yes, sir.
Unit lost.
Acknowledged. Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged.
Insufficient funds.
Reporting.
Unit
Affirmative.
ready.
Affirmative.
Building.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Comrade, acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Vehicle reporting.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Reporting. Affirmative. At once.
Waiting order. Acknowledged. Engineering. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Awaiting order.
Yes.
Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Building.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Mission accomplished.